this circle of happy serenity? Aren't they a bunch of happy clappies, Jub?
I wouldn't like to use the word cult, Bob, as that has certain tax exemption implications.
Now then, how are we doing? I was just getting the link sent to the Zombie Quiz Conference League. Just thought I'd do like a little bit of a pre-match hype just to see what we're getting into for the game. So probably the best way to start this off would be to see how we're all doing in the league. So we saw Orchestrated Death versus the Egyptian Destroyers. They were 1-1. Even though it looks like nothing happened in terms of injuries, it's one of them games where a lot happened. It's definitely one to look back on if you do find some time to do it. We also had Plymouth Argyle versus the Vanderfell Harpies. Andy Soundtrack actually let me down with this one because I threw a pound on his mummies to injure two of their players in the second half, which I don't think happened. I can't tell if it actually did happen or not because I was actually at work as I'm watching it on a laptop. But he's the first person to actually derail Tim and say, no, you're not winning every game this season. We also have the Hollow Knight versus Gotwood. So Pete Gar's side pretty much had the game won in the first half from what I saw of it. Hollow Knight was able to fight through towards the end. And that's pretty much what we saw in that one. The Shortman's Burden versus Midgets United. Jonas, the former Murder King, versus Luke Beard. So when Luke finally got home, he was on a high because he got his first point on the scoreboard last week. So he was throwing punches. He actually caused a few injuries, to be fair to him. However, Jonas's excellent gameplay was able to outrun the Midgets. Although the Midgets as well were a little bit handicapped from the week previous with a few injuries here and there, and plus Vern Troyer died. Of course we got to wait for High Flying Verks versus Give Me Your Cheese, the Goblins with all their weapons. Probably not enough players to make the weapons worth it, but we'll see what happens from there against the fast-paced Skaven. And today we're going to be having Ice Block Party versus the Chrace War Lions. You may have to correct me on that, Austin. I don't know how it's pronounced. Is it Trace or Chrace? Go for it. I heard Tim call it Chrace, so we'll go with Chris.
To join Skink's Fitness Club,
anyways,
all you need to do
we'll
is
go with
sign
how
a
it's going in the league so
500-year
far.
Contract. If you forfeit a payment, don't worry. They only sacrifice you to Sotek.
Just wait until Jim Johnson's finished there. So we've got Tim at the top of the league. So we've got the Vanderfell Harpies with their first non-win this season. Chaos Dwarfs, they're 5-2-0. They haven't lost yet this season. The penis-inspired Wood Elves, they have only lost one this season. However, they've had a very strong showing all season. I'm yet to play my game today, but I'm fourth, and it's a must-win for me. Otherwise, I don't end up in that top four. The Skaven, they're fifth. They're very possible for them to end up fourth as well. But anyone from 5th to 12 at the end of this season will be playing a wildcard game. So 6th we've got Nurgle. I know he had a bit of a slow start, but he's pretty much getting there. It's just taken a few games for him to get there. He's had a few things going on. There we are. Followed by the undead Plymouth Argyle, who's actually shown a very strong showing to say that he's got into a season with half of them experienced coaches, half of them fresh coaches. We saw the death of one of his goals last week as well, which is a shame, but do you call him dead? Who knows? So we have the Khemri following that. Anna Sakari's boss, Ice Drake, and
Have you looked at it, Jim?
he's not been his usual aggressive self this season. Normally you see a load of fouls coming from him. Not on this occasion. However, still, you know, pretty solid mid-table sort of result. We have 9th, which is the Chrace War Lions, so if they were to win today, they would end up 8th, I do believe. Someone will have to correct me on that. Maybe it might be touchdown difference. Who knows? But either way, looking at that, it looks like if the Chrace War Lions win, Chrace War Lions become 8th. The Orcs, they've had a lot of experienced coaches, one after the other, all season. However, the last game has been pretty impressive, and you can see them Black Orcs actually putting on quite a show. Once they develop, that's it, everyone's in for shit. The Goblins, these are actually my favourite team of this division. They're just like hurting people. The Goblins. And Lee's probably the perfect person to play as them as well. And then at the bottom of the table, after winning his point last week, however, this week is just... well, he had Jonas to face. We have Midget United, Luke the Beard. So he will be looking to move up from the bottom next week on the occasion that the Goblins don't score another point or 3. But who would he have anyway?
Ex-Mrs.
Orchestrated Death. Oh, that could be a very good match. It'll say a lot. But let's have a look at the teams that will be facing each other today. I'll look at Man team first, the Ice Block Party, because there's no party like an Ice Block Party. So there was everybody calls the Surf team or the Glass Cannon team. This will be my first game where I've actually got a full fucking team. But let's have a look at the roster. 3 rerolls, 1 Apothecary. Could do with 3 Apothecaries and 2 rerolls plus a leader. But so we've got a Cold One who's managed to get a few doubles in there, which has shown pretty well. And then we've got ourselves Icicle. Ooh. Of course, you know, had to be done. But we've got Icicle v Berserker, so of course you got Jump Up, Mighty Blow, Piling On. There we are. So that's a perfect combination. Hail the Runner is our Elf Norseman there. Frostbite Glacier are 2 Ulfwerners, but they've not done fuck all for 2 seasons, but here we are. Apart from we've got a Diving Tackle with one of our Ulfwerners. A bit of an unusual skill. It didn't work well against the Vanderfell Harpies, however it did work well against Hollow Knight. This is the key player of the team, in my opinion anyway, but the problem is using a Yeti and being dependent on them is a bit scary. Avalanche is called. He's a strength 6 Yeti with block.
Bathroom facilities
Sleep we're just starting to get
stadia
building up now.
Last decade. Before that, the waste was well, actually, no one knows where it went.
My wife's just finished work. I won't be able to pick her up, so I bought her a vanilla slice just to say I'm very sorry for not picking you up. Because some things have turned out as we have, and I definitely don't want to miss this because it's difficult to work around. Aokiji, he's a new Berserker. I've gone slightly different from the Ice names. I've gone from characters which are based around Ice. I don't name the linemen because you expect them to die, and I can't be asked. However, we do have Ab Vingofusun, however somebody wants to pronounce it, but it's him anyway, and he got dodge right away, he's got tackle, got fend, he's like the ultra lineman, essentially.
Don't forget that to enhance your stadium, it must be of a sufficient size.
Of course, yeah, so that's eventually what I want to do, is make it to its sufficient size, make it level 2, of course I've got to get a beer tent because why not, and so here we are, that's the Ice Block Party there. But let's go to Chrace War Lions and see what they're made of. Will be expected to pull off a bit of bullshittery. Austin, fitting name for his team because he does have a heart of a lion, he's still sticking out his team. What have we done? We're yet to find out. So what have we got here? Yeah, it's a short team, so we're going to be gaining a little bit of like indirect team value. I think that's 140k if I get it right. So we just got a few blitzers here. We got a lineman with dodge, block, kick, bit of an injury. Oh, strength 4 catcher, that's an interesting addition, and we get to see what else he does to his team there as well. A little bit more blodge, and then we have our follower, which has a general all-round set of skills as well, really. 4 rerolls, which very generous for a high health team. 1 Apothecary. He's probably thinking like I'm thinking, and probably wants 3.
Don't forget, Coach, you need to maintain your home stadium.
He's decided to get himself some elf turf, which I don't blame him really. But unfortunately, it is in my stadium today. Sorry to say, I've got nothing special, but here we are. So hopefully in about an hour's time, we do get to see this said match, and hope you all can tune in. Have fun.